Hello everyone, welcome back to Brightheim. This is episode 11 and I'm here on a moonlit night. So we're here on a moonlit night because at midnight we will get our first cash influx from the bioheat plant. So we'll see how much money we make. You'll see I've got $1,100. There's a reason for that. Paid off all but $20,000 of the loan. And I cut, you can see from here, all the trees are gone. I cut them all down. I did that off screen. I need the money, and well, yeah. The only way to get that money is to cut a ton of trees and do some off-screen farming. Otherwise, this is going to be 50 episodes before I even buy that biogas plant. So I'm going to do a lot of stuff off-screen, but it's going to be stuff that you'll still see a lot of it on screen, so that you're not really going to miss out. The only thing you're going to see is my money will progress a little faster than if I did it all on screen. So, I had more problems with that trailer. Well, let me show you. Okay, I think I'm going to get rid of this trailer because it is not behaving. So I did sell it, and here's what I bought instead. Now it's a little bit bigger. Well, it does a trick. I mean, I chopped the rest of those trees down and loaded them up with the WF track on this. Now there is a trick to it. If you're straight on with the WF track, it's just out of reach to be able to put the logs on very easily. So you just kind of cut to a 45 to 90 degree angle. So what you can do is just do a little bit of a turn and then back up a bit. You don't quite jackknife it, but you come close enough that it won't damage the equipment. And what that does is allow you to reach further in and not hit this. See, the boom will hit the headboard here, which is a real pain. But this trailer, I've had two logs slide off the end of it. Don't know why that's happening, but it's certainly the rest of the logs stayed on, so I forgave that. Now that happened after I'd already loaded a load. So I found the solution there is to reset the trailer every time, and that might have been the problem with the other trailers too, but it seems to work. So that's what I will do from now on whenever I'm loading these up, is just to reset them home. I'm still driving home, so I still gotta make the trip, but I'll reset it, and then I gotta pick up the trailer again each load. Alright, so what we're going to do, we've got 6 minutes before the midnight ticks over, so we're going to do some manure spreading. It's at night, oh well. It'd be a little bit cooler, so you wouldn't have to smell the stuff so bad. Yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Alright, so let's spread some goop. Oh, still have rear lights in this. Alright, goop spreading time. Here we go. Doesn't that smell delicious? Yum yum. Not really. Like I keep saying, it's the smell of life. You smell that in the air from a farmer nearby, you know that at least they're using this stuff and not chemical fertilizers. This is much more natural. Alright, so we'll get this first bit done. I'm not going to worry about these little bits sticking out here. It's really not worth the extra effort. I mean, if I've still got a bit left in the tank when I'm done, maybe I'll do it, but we'll see. As it is, I think I can afford some overlap on this one because I may have to do a separate... we'll see, I can't remember. I may just do one more run up it and not worry about the little bits I've missed. In the big scheme of things, it's not going to make that much difference. I might miss it at a couple hundred units, but that's not really worth the effort. And the last pass. Then what am I going to do for the last 3 minutes? I guess I'll have to park the trailer and stuff, and then we'll see what we get for cash. And I've got a loader over there, I believe, so I can actually go over and look at the place if we wanted. And I think we probably do. And now it takes some of the sawdust out, throughout the day, and I think you just get the kind of the payment. It doesn't suddenly take a huge amount out of the bin. I've also discovered, I'm not sure if I told you this already or not, but you can back a truck up to the bin where the sawdust is kept in the bioheat plant, and you can actually just back it up and tip it right there and it will go in even though the back of the truck doesn't reach the top. Now, speaking of trucks, I've been looking for a replacement for the Zill. I love that truck, but you know, it's not big enough capacity. So I need something fast with a decent capacity to go, you know, from the sawmill, load the chips in, and then go from the sawmill and zip over to where the bioheat plant is. So I found a 1973 Unimog, and oh, really like that thing. It's fast, very fast, and very stable. It doesn't tip and go crazy, and it's got four-wheel drive, so it can climb mountains. The thing's just tons of power. So I may even end up using that for hauling log trailers too. We'll see. Oh, today we're gonna work properly. Isn't that nice? Don't hit the tractor. Whoa, that was close. So I'm gonna go up here and refill it since we got a couple more minutes. So we're all a little under $1,100. So let's see what we end up with after the sale, or we get the money. Glug glug glug. Generally like to keep the equipment filled up. Makes it a little easier when I go to start an episode. I've got everything ready to go again. Or even just when I'm ready to go do the fuel, it's nice to have it loaded. Speaking of which, I'm getting a little low on fuel here. So I guess I better go and take care of that too. Close the gate, we wouldn't want the poo to get away. Because you never know. It's close to midnight, you never know when the poo will come alive. Start roaming the streets. Nothing like a band of marauding poo. Oh my gosh, the silliness. I'm blaming it on caffeine. That's what I'm doing. I'm drinking a Coke right now. The drink. Not the leaf. Now, there was fuel somewhere. Oh, I think it's over here. So I don't actually have to go to the fuel station because I can fuel up here. Now this is going to take a bit of my money. Oh my gosh, almost $30 worth. Now, let's just park this beast. So, what we will do is after we get that money... Oh, you're watching? We're at 1,072. Come on, big money, big money. Alright, so once we get this, I'm going to pause it and I will skip the night and start off in the morning, and hopefully the canola field will be ready and we'll do a harvest. So I'll show some of the harvest on screen and then we'll do some field prep on screen. We'll just kind of... This will be a farming episode. Oh, you know what else I need to do is plant more trees because I haven't done that yet. So I imagine next episode you'll see the trees will be ready for harvesting again, so I'll do more stuff off screen, probably a couple more harvests, but all you're going to see is the number, the amount of money go up, as well as the storage of the, you know, the grains and stuff. Oh, let me see. Going to need some saplings. I guess I'll go to the store and get them. What? Really? $3,000? So we made like $2,000 on that. That's a little less than I thought we were going to make. I figured it was like $12,000 for some reason. I don't know why I was thinking that. $2,000. It's, you know, it's hardly even worth the effort, isn't it? Oh well. Well, let's go to the store. Well, it's still night. We'll sneak in with this tractor and go to the store and pick up a pallet. Yeah, that is disappointing. I'm less and less enthusiastic about the chipping. Just, you'd need a whole bunch of bioheat plants to make it worthwhile. Which, you know, you can do. They're not that expensive. I think they were like $55,000 or something like that. So yeah, I could cover that field in bioheat plants and just keep loading them up. And, you know, if I get 10 of them, I'm getting $20,000 a day. So, I'll think it over some more. I'm really disappointed. I was expecting a lot more money than that. Anyway, I will pause it here until I pick up the trees, so I'll see you shortly. Alright, we'll pick up the trees, press R, loads them up, and back we go to the farm. Okay, I'm back at the farm. I'm going to use this little lot next door here. That's kind of gone fallow, so I'm going to sneak in the middle of the night and plant some trees. So what I'm intending to do is every day I will plant 17 trees, and that should give me a good turnover, I think. I mean, I could just see this whole thing just plug her full of trees, let it all go, and then just harvest the crap out of it, but I'm going to try this first. I mean, this is what I did on the other field, but I guess maybe I should think that through, shouldn't I? Because if I do it that way, then that means I can only harvest so many trees a day. So the more I plant, the more I can harvest, and like I said, I'll be doing it off screen to try and make some money, so maybe I'll do a few loads of this. But you won't see it. I'm just going to do kind of one little bit of planting here, and then I'll pause it and I'll plant a bunch more off screen. Come on, get that one more in there. There we go. Now I'll turn around. So I didn't go along the fence because if I went along the fence right now and I was going to do it, you know, plant once every day. Whoops, guess I better lift that. No wonder we're having trouble turning. If I did it in that way, then when I go to actually harvest, well, I'm going to have a heck of a time of that. It could, because all the trees ready to harvest will be wedged in behind a bunch of trees that aren't ready to harvest. You know what I'm saying? So this is why we're going to do it this way. Alright, so I just planted, what, 9? I'm going to put these pretty close because I really want to cram them in here. Alright, so let's start this one. Close enough, look at that. You'd almost think I'd planned that. That I'd done it before. So there'll be one tree less in this line, but that's fine because of the little diagonal bit here. See, it follows almost along the road's contour. Alright, so I will go load up some more, plant a bunch more, and maybe I'll do that after this. We're done recording here. No, I won't, because I don't want to do the harvest at night. So I'm going to pause, plant a bunch more trees, and then I shall return. Okay, I lied, it's not morning yet, so what I'm going to do is, instead of that slow old trip back and forth, I'm buying the Unimog now. As you can see, it's 19,200. I did edit this. I didn't change the price. What I changed was the capacity. I reduced the capacity of, you see the back that's on it now. I reduced the size of that. Increased, when you add a second tier of the back, I increased that a little bit. And then there's a cage that goes on there, and I increased that from about, I forget what it was, like 10,000. I increased it to 14,000 because the scoop I'm using holds 3,500, so I just wanted to make it so I load 4 scoops in and drive away. So I did edit that a bit. Hopefully it's still fairly in line with some degree of realism. Oh, we're not going to worry about it right now. Alright, so I bought that. Now we shall go to the shop and pick it up. I won't reset it. So let's have a look around in this thing. You can see lots of bells and whistles. It's not something I really care that much about, but I figure you guys probably do, so you get to have a looky. So, you know, there's, you know, open and close the door and the window. So one neat thing, you see, we'll have a look. If I can remember how my, that's, duh. I had the IC turned on. So you see it's got a canvas roof on it, so you can actually do this. See that? It folded the canvas roof off, so you can actually drive like this. I wouldn't do it if I was spreading poo, but anyway. And now you can also change the back, so you could, you know, put a bigger back on it. And then this cage, this is for silage. And this, I guess, is when you're working with the 3-point hitch, which is what we're going to be doing, so that's what we're going to do. There's a lot of neat stuff with this truck. Including, look at that, a handbrake, which is actually the engine start, so I'll have to get used to that. Alright, so let's drive on over to the farm. Try not to wreck it, because I could very well wreck it. Because it's fast. Watch for traffic. Oops, guess I better not pass now. I could put it in 4-wheel drive, go cross country, I suppose. Alright, we're going to take a shortcut. And when you're in 4-wheel drive, it's very easy to drive up and over a fence, except you only get about halfway over before it says, ah, you're stuck on a fence post. Yes, I have tried it. Yes, I failed at it. Woo, I didn't even see those trees, almost hit them. Now where did I drop? There's the seed trailer. Now I gotta drive back to the shop. So I'll save you all that. I'll plant some trees and we'll see you in the morning. Now this popped up just as I was planting my last tree. It came up and gave me a warning that don't plant more trees than you need because it'll lag. So what I'm going to do is quickly step through this so that you can pause it and read it at your own leisure. So it has a lot of good information in it. So we'll just step through. I'm not going to read it out loud or anything like that. You can just pause when you need it and read what it says. And it doesn't look like they've got the text formatted for the screen very well, but oh well. There you go. So I shall pause again. You can see I've been planting with the truck. It's gone pretty well. Got a few trees planted. I planted 6 pallets. So pause again and you'll see it the rest in the morning. Alright, we're back. It's morning. The crop's ready for harvesting. I've got the tipper out here on the field ready to roll, and we're going to do some harvesting of canola. Swing this puppy around, and I guess I will probably hire a worker for this, and I'll get them started, and then I shall do the tipping and possibly some other stuff. So I guess we'll get them set up. Off you go, buddy. Behave yourself. Ooh, I didn't make a headline on the other end. Well, let's see how he handles it. Alright, in the meantime, I guess we'll fire this up so it'll be good to go when we're ready to move. Probably won't take long because that thing will take a little while to fill up with the canola. Now, I'm looking around here at this field. Well, I guess I'm going to break out the plow here and plow the ends of the field once I'm done harvesting. And then I'll seed some grass there. Well, I don't know if that field over there, it's even worth adding extra on the end here. Yeah, we're almost better off just leaving this and using it as just an odd-shaped field for something else. This may actually be a decent one for doing corn or canola or whatever. Let's just have a look here around the perimeter and see what we have for room. Yeah, like beets and potatoes, that sort of thing I guess we'll do on this field. So, I think we'll keep it the way it is. Let me keep thinking about that, because I wonder if these two fields I could make them longer. And that would be pretty substantial. And then just have one little dinky field here in the corner. I suppose I could always seed it grass and use it for hay and stuff. Yeah, I'll just leave it as a field like this for now, I guess. I'm so decisive, can't you tell? Alright, well let's go up here. I see he's still harvesting, so he's probably survived the turn. Yep, there we go. Guess we should all have our lights on. Now I noticed last episode a comment was made that it's grainy, I guess, the quality of the video, and I'm sorry, that's just the way it works out. The raw footage looks great on my view, but when I render it for YouTube, if I render it too high a quality, that I just won't be able to put out the same number of videos. So I guess you got to decide, do you want to watch, 3 videos a week or 1 video a week, because that's really what we're talking about. So if you're like me and you're watching the video like I would farm and watch Stocko, and if you're doing that kind of thing, then you're not going to care so much about a bit of blurry video. But if you're sitting there and you're just sitting in front of your computer watching it and you've got nothing else on the go, then yeah, I could see how it would be a little, I don't know if annoying would be the word, but could be better. And I'd love to make full quality videos, like make them really look great, but I'm afraid that just is not in the cards for doing what I want to do right now. So if my ISP ever gets around to upgrading me to the 21st century, I guess I'm in the 20th century in my internet right now, yeah, I'll revisit it and maybe do something better. But for now, I can tweak the settings a bit, try and get it better, but I don't know that it's going to make that big a difference. I'm kind of afraid to break it at this point. How are we doing there? 70%. I'll be able to unload when he turns around here. Come on, you. Now, I've had so many mod suggestions, and I have so many tabs open on my browser trying to keep up and download mods that once in a while I probably will miss one. So if you haven't seen me acknowledge by putting a mod in this or saying that no, I'm not going to use it, then it might have gotten missed. So, you know, feel free to say, hey, did you remember to check this one out? You're not nagging me. It's, jeez, I went to the button I use for cruise control in Euro Truck happens to be the button I use to disconnect the trailer, so that didn't work out so well, did it? Alright, there we go, that's cruise control. Which is too slow. You know what, I'll just speed up here. It's gonna have it all unloaded by the end anyway, no matter what I do here. Sure is foggy. Working at 6 in the morning, I was out working at midnight. I'm a busy farmer. Look at that. So foggy. Oops, let's see the inside of the harvester. The street lights look neat, glowing away in the distance there. Alright, so while this is working away, I guess I could be looking at, let's see, getting the cedar transported over here. What's this out in the... Oh, really? You're gonna leave that little tiny... Dummy. Now he'll probably come back. Well, that's good. Let him come back and then I can deal with him down here. In the meantime, we need to bring up a cedar. And you know what? I'm going to use this just to transport it. I won't actually do field work with this truck because it's just going to be kind of silly, I guess. I don't know, maybe people do, but it's not for me. In a field, I want a tractor. So what we're going to do... Actually, this I could probably do a switcheroo and grab the grain trailer with this thing. Oh, what? I won't grab it. Maybe I just missed it. Beacon on, headlights on. Low headlights. Alright, fine, don't use your headlights on. This thing goes like crazy, it's pretty fast. So I gotta be careful because this thing will just wreck. But it won't flip. I mean, I've tried to flip it. I've been doing donuts and all sorts of crazy stuff and it doesn't flip. So let's drop that off. Why would that switch like that? Back to this. Tractor, let go. You're gonna go grab that cedar. See what we have for wheat and barley. We're gonna seed. I guess which field's bigger? We'll seed barley here, I guess. So I'll change that to barley. I will get to the clover and stuff, but right now I'm just so focused on trying to get the money. Besides, there's no point if it's a cover crop used for making hay and silage, then it won't do me any good right now. For making money, anyway. Alright, so let's grab the truck. Oh good, he's actually going back up again. That worked out well. Now let's see this thing go. What is it? Switch back to this, and we want to get four-wheel drive. Is it left, Alt, and C? There we go. Now, as long as I don't wrap this thing around something, we're all set. Hopefully I didn't start seeding too soon here and end up overrunning the harvester. Yeah, I'm going to be in the way of that tractor. Let's just turn around here and get a little further down. We'll just unload the harvester as it goes back down the field. Guess I need to get in here and close the top, or I'm going to be breathing all this dust in. Notice the sound changed? That is so cool. I love this mod. It's my new Zill truck. Only I think I like it even better than the Zill. Certainly more functional. Like it's got the 3-point the 3-point attachment, hitches, whatever you want to call them, on front and back with a PTO on the front and back. And the fact that it hauls stuff gets in the damn way. It's not the truck's fault though, is it? Now the only problem is trying to get the speed. Like when I try to adjust the speed, it just does not work on ES limiter. So I'm not sure if it's the wrong buttons or what. So I guess I'll have to go in and maybe edit the script on it and say, hey, or the XML file and say, hey, don't load the ES limiter script or the manual ignition script, and that might clean that up a bit. In the meantime, I just gotta keep feathering the throttle and try and keep up with this harvester. You know, go down here and get it out of the way. Geez, I don't even think we're gonna get a load on in the tipper here. That's alright. One thing you can do, I wonder if it'll allow you to change bodywork with the trailer on. Oh yeah, so I could actually load grain in this, but it would only load like 7,000. Still, that would give me 21,000 capacity with this tipper, I believe, between the tipper and the truck. Alright, so we are nearing the time to wind this up. I'll keep going here on the harvest and the seeding, so I'm going to put wheat over here on this field. And so I'll get the fields prepped. We'll keep the trees growing off screen, so basically when I start recording again, I'll have probably done these fields a few times, and I want to keep rotating them. I don't know if you noticed I did that or not, but I want to keep rotating the crops, and I'll plant something else over here. I don't know what yet. Maybe big field of canola, because the canola I could really use, and I'll have it either get to the point where the trees are ready to harvest, or may even end up harvesting a bunch. We'll see. Just whip over there before we run off and have a look at the trees. And isn't that strange? Some of them have grown right up. That was, I think, are those from the first run I made through? No, they're not. Some grew, some did not. Well, that's not good. I hope they all grow. Guess we'll see, won't we? Come back next episode and see if trees actually grew, or if Hitman is now screwed and can't make any money. Find out next time. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to drop a comment, say hey, use this mod, or why aren't you using this mod that I suggested. You know, feel free. I'm here and I will answer your comments and any questions you have. I've linked as much of the stuff as I can in the description, so before you say hey, where'd you get this mod, have a look at the description, because it could be in that mess, because it's a huge description now with all the mods in there. So I will see you next time. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.